Well, we're going to talk about the 2013 Peacemaker Awards, and I was very pleased to be able to nominate Louis Robles for the Special Lifetime of Service Award.
I'm 95. I'm born January 15, 1918. I was born in border of Huntington Park in L.A. in Slauson, Alameda.
Did your mom use a hospital? Slauson in Alameda?
Yeah.
In a hospital or at home?
Home.
At home.
And the doctor was a German doctor, and he came on a horse and buggy.
But in 1949, after he married Lillian Robles and they had a couple of children, maybe they had all their children, they opened up their homes to short-term foster care. So over the next almost 30 years, they brought in almost 350 children and gave them a safe haven.
They got everything my kids got, you know. And they go to the beach, they go with us. We go to parties, they go with us. They dress them alike. We send them all to the private school. My kids went to Catholic school, they went to Catholic school.
So Long Beach Area Peace Network is committed to peace in our hearts, peace in our city, peace in our country, and peace in the world. And one of the greatest ways to contribute to that is providing a safe place for children so they can grow up to be productive and contributing citizens. So this is such an incredible contribution. When his wife became a member, went through the rituals to become a member of the Achiman Juaneño tribe, she became an American Indian activist. And he became an American Indian activist, also protecting the sacred sites. So what happened was California State University decided they were going to build a strip mall on the last open land at the university, which is the sacred land of the Pavungna village, where the laws of the Tongva were created. And so a whole group, the Pavungna Coalition, fought to stop that development and preserve the sacred land. So Louis was an important part of that.
Yeah, I go every night, you know, and I stay till dark, 10 o'clock when they close.
And once the group founded the Ancestors Walk, which culminates at Pavungna, he took on the role of caring for the land and preparing the land for ceremonies.
That's something that I'd like to do, work with the grounds, landscape it, clean it, and improve it, because it was a mess. It was the dumping grounds for the school. Long Beach State, they dumped all their, and then plus other people. So eventually they took out most of the big stuff, but we ended up, shall we say, making it look presentable. And I just, I'd say, you take care of the paperwork, I'll do the ground maintenance. I'll bring it up to, and then they started having meetings and ceremonies.
And that follows his career, because his career was taking care of parks in Los Angeles. And again, that's one of the great contributions to peace, is safe parks where people can get close to nature and rebuild their souls. So he continues to be involved in the Ancestors Walk and preserving of the grounds. A story that I think is particularly poignant about that is they snuck in and planted some native trees and hid hoses in a special place that they could unroll 100 yards to water these trees until they took hold. So there was all kinds of quiet activism going on.
We started organizing several years ago here in the area of Long Beach when we moved here, And after my son was about to be deployed, we were looking to start a local organization here in Long Beach. And at our first meeting, I heard that we had at a local coffee shop, the person to know was Jack Enberg, who has since then become a really good friend of ours. So I'm very proud and honored to be able to recommend that he be Peacemaker of the Year. The reason I nominated Jack was because we really didn't think it would be that easy to get connected with the peace movement here in Long Beach. And when we decided that it was time to do the work that we needed to do, which is very personal and difficult to do, we heard about Jack.
For years, I was kind of tied up. I was pretty active in the late 60s. Actually, it was at Long Beach State, involved in some of the anti-Vietnam War protest and some of the on-campus issues. Then I got married, had to go to work, got a couple of kids, ended up having sole custody of my kids, so basically was a single father for about a dozen years. And then when the war started in the 90s again, life settled down a little bit and I really got a little more active. But I didn't know of Lobopin then, and it was kind of coincidence. I actually was in, it was either probably early 2003 to anti-Iraq War march we had down in Long Beach. And I was involved in that, but even then I didn't know the Long Beach Area Peace Network, and they probably were tabling, but it didn't click. And then I was at another march up in LA, and it was helping Nyan, Not in Our Name. They needed someone to carry a banner, so I was going to help carry a banner, and then someone mentioned over the microphone Long Beach Area Peace Network was setting up over against the fence. So I said, sorry guys, I've been looking to join up with these folks. That's who I've been looking for, and I've got to find someone else to carry your banner.
What we didn't know about Jack then, and we certainly do now, is that he has been the stalwart person who has held up that vigil way before we were there, and that we started about 6 or 7 years ago. And Jack has always been the one that welcomes anybody to come and table with him. He gets along with everybody from the John Birch Society to, on both ends of the spectrum. And always there to lend a helping hand no matter what, making sure everybody gets a chance to be heard in Long Beach on the streets. And a lot of crazy things have happened to us over the years. People have thrown things at us, have cursed at us, and police have come, and it's been really, really hard times when I just didn't want to go on another day. We've seen veterans out there that want to talk about committing suicide and those that have lost their loved ones. And Jack has always been the one that holds us up. He always seems to know the right thing to say or laughs it off, just like nobody else. And so he's just a real favorite person of ours that has kept us going over the years. Always has an ear open for us and thinking of us, bringing us things, asking about my son. And hey, people like that gives you a lot of faith that this war will end, because there's people determined like Jack that will be out there, rain or shine, doing the right thing, bringing the rest of us along to remember it starts at the grassroots level with your neighbors and speaking to anybody. And that's my friend Jack, the humblest guy in town, who keeps us all going every week.
When I joined Lobopin, I wanted to get involved with everything then. So I immediately got involved with the Peace Vigil, and since I had a pickup and easy to load up everything, because we had dozens and dozens of people out here then, so we had a lot of signs and tables and everything else. So I decided to be responsible for basically manning and setting up the Peace Vigil, and kind of trying to keep things under control down here. And it's been about 10 and a half years now. Every Friday night, we've had some Fridays we've missed, but we pretty much are scheduled every Friday night down here. And so it's about 10 and a half years now I've been doing this Peace Vigil. There was times when we probably had 100 people here on the street from one corner to the next, and We had one issue with cops giving out tickets for people honking their horns to support us. So we tried to deal with that issue with the police department and with warning people not to do it. We even had Channel 2, Channel 9 down here reporting on the police giving out tickets. We've had fights almost I've had to break up. Of course, we were called traitors and everything else. So we've had those issues, but over the years now, people as usual become apathetic. And after Obama got elected, we lost about 3/4 of the vigilers that used to come down. And so we're down to a few stalwarts here. Mostly military's families speak out and the Labopin table.
Congratulations, Jack. You deserve this honor and more. We love you.
Luis and Jack Enberg are tireless, unsung, ordinary people who deserve our respect for their peace work and to make our city a better place in which to live. They, along with Micaela Salentino and Jack Finley, will be honored at Long Beach Area Peace Network's Fiesta de Paz. Come and support their work and Long Beach Area Peace Network's labor for peace. There will be food, music, and dancing. Contribute $15 at www.lbapn.org. This is Marlene Alvarado for Soy del Pueblo.